As I said earlier, the first part of this session is basics of accounting, which I'll be covering myself, Professor Dr. Ashwini Joshi. Next. Now, accounting is always called as the language of business. Now, tell me, students, what is the purpose of any language? The purpose of any language is to communicate, is to share some ideas with the recipients, with the receivers. But just communication is not sufficient. The receiver should react, should act, should do those things which the sender expects him to do. So he should understand it in the same sense, in the same manner which the sender is forwarding. In the same way, here also accounting is called as a language of business. So what business is going to communicate? Business is going to communicate the working of that business, the financial position of that business, the future plans of that business. All these things the business is going to communicate. To whom? To all those persons who are concerned with the organization. Then they can be the stakeholders. That means they can be the shareholders, the contributories. They can be the loan givers, the venture holders, bankers, or maybe general public who is interested in making investments in the business. So the accounting, as we call it as a language, should communicate the true and fair view about the overall working of that organization. So how this language should be then? The language should have clarity. The language should explain all that information which is needed by the general public. And when this information is going to be communicated, there should be some basic terms, some basic concepts, some basic rules, principles which all the accountants should follow. Otherwise, what may happen that I may feel that this is correct. The other accountant may feel, no, this is wrong. I should do it in that way. Because everybody has got huge experience. Everybody has got his own knowledge, his own understanding, his own interpretation. So what may happen? That the information remains same, but it is presented in a different manner. And as it is presented in a different manner, obviously the understanding, the interpretation is going to be different. So what is expected that all accountants should use the same concepts, the same terms, the same terminologies when they are communicating the information. Okay, so what I say that the information which is communicated should be based on well accepted concepts and principles, as I said. Okay, next. Now the basic thing, what do you mean by accounting? Meaning of accounting. Accounting is a process of recording financial transactions. We are going to record only the financial transactions, that is monetary transactions. Non-monetary transactions we are not going to record, though they are very important from business point of view. Maybe loyalty of your employees, maybe the faith and confidence of the customers on your product. All these points are very important, even say efficiency of the management. All these points are very important, no doubt, but you can't express them in monetary terms. So we are not going to record them. So what is the basic point of accounting? Record the transactions which you can express in monetary terms. So that is the first point. What is accounting then? It is summarizing, analyzing and reporting these transactions to all the concerned parties. I have already told you who are the concerned parties. The financial statements used in accounting should be concise and it should be in the summary form of financial transactions over an accounting period, which will explain the company's operations, the company's financial position and the cash flow, which is very important. All this information should be presented in a such a way, and it should be interpreted in such a way, in a perfect way, so that there won't be any ambiguity, any confusion in this information. Students, I'll tell you one example. Suppose there are three students, A, B and C. A is a 4th standard student, B is a 10th standard student, and C is a MBBS student. A has scored 25 marks, B has scored 49 marks, and C has scored 75 marks. I ask you a question, who is a clever student? Obviously the answer will be C, because he has scored 75 students. Then I tell you that A has scored 25 out of 25, B has scored 49 out of 50, and C has scored 75 out of 100. Now who is a clever student? Answer changes. Answer will be A, because he is scoring 25 out of 25. Then if I tell you that A is a 4th standard student, B is a 10th standard student, and C is an MBBS student, again the focus changes. Information remains the same, 25, 49, 75. This is absolute information. These are raw figures. Unless and until these figures are compared with something, related with something, then only they become meaningful. So whatever accounting information you are communicating, that should be meaningful. That is very important, I would say. Then I'll say what are the types of accounting. Basically, there are three types, out of which the first one we are covering, financial accounting. What is financial accounting? It's a process used to generate interim and annual financial statements in the form of income statement, position statement, cash flow statement, which explains the overall profitability and financial position of the business. Now, two types of information is provided, as I say, interim and annual. Interim means what? In between two financial years. That is called as interim. Maybe after 3 months, maybe after 6 months. The information is communicated. Why this is essential? This is absolutely essential because something goes wrong, and if you understand that at the year end, what is the point in that then? How can you control that? So what is essential? That you should understand it in between. So maybe monthly reports, maybe quarterly reports, maybe half yearly reports should be made and presented. Okay, so interim reports as well as the annual reports. What is the next part I am saying? It covers income statement, position statement and cash flow statement. What is income statement? Income statement is nothing but the profit and loss account, which you know very well. What is position statement? It is balance sheet. So, profit and loss account called as income statement, balance sheet called as position statement, along with that cash flow, very sensitive part of your business. How much cash is coming in the business, how much cash is going out from the business, that is cash flow statement. What are the sources from where you can raise the funds? What is the application of these raised sources? All explained by your cash flow statement. So when I say financial accounting, then it includes all these three. Next. Managerial accounting. From management point of view, whatever information is given by financial accounting is of no use. Why? Because from control point of view, from decision making point of view, that information is not helpful to them. Then what is essential? Analysis, classification, grouping, reporting in a different manner. And for that, we may use different techniques, which we call it as analysis and interpretation of financial data. They have to analyze, they have to interpret. They have to read in between two lines. What is there in between two lines? Actually nothing. It's a blank space. But reading that blank space means what? What these two lines are conveying to you. So management should try to interpret the information which is based on financial accounting and then use it for decision making. So management basically is using the information which is supplied by financial accounting but in a different manner, in a different style, so that it will be helpful to them. That is the second type. And what is the third type of accounting? It is cost accounting. Cost accounting is basically related with what? The costing part. Very important part. Whenever you students go anywhere, you want to buy something, the first question which arises in your mind is कितने का है? How much I have to pay? मेरे पास उतने है कि नहीं? This is first point. So what is the cost? That is the price of that particular product. From your end, from purchaser's point of view, you will say, what is the price of this product? And what is the second point you will see is whether this product is giving me those returns which I am paying. So the cost what I am paying, am I getting the benefit of that? This is from purchaser's point of view. But from company's point of view, the base decision what they have to take is what should be the selling price. And this selling price will be based on what? On the cost of production. So what is the cost of my product? Based on that, for what price I can sell that. But to find out what is the cost, they should know all the elements of cost. What is the cost of material? What is the cost of labor? What is the cost of extra charges which I am putting? All that they should understand. And this information is provided through cost account. Okay. So basically financial accounting, managerial accounting and cost accounting. These are the main three parts. In this particular module, we are concerned with only financial accounting. Next. Now financial accounting is basically deals with the systematic recording of all monetary transactions, as I said. While recording these transactions in different books of accounts, accountant is expected to follow some basic concepts and conventions which are popularly known as generally accepted accounting principles, GAP, what we call it as. Along with this, he should have conceptual clarity about some concepts which are very oftenly used while recording the transactions. So here we should understand some basic concepts, some basic principles, some basic rules which all the accountants are expected to follow.